Now let us see increasing and decreasing friction. Is it possible to increase friction, decrease friction? We have seen advantages and disadvantages. That means in some cases we need more friction, in some cases we need less friction. Let us see how to increase the friction first. So in the part of increasing, where we need more friction, at which cases we need more friction? The first thing we see here is brakes. So see that for a bicycle or a motorbike or a car, the brakes must be functioning properly. Otherwise, cannot be saved from accidents. Suddenly, something may come on the way. So we have to stop our vehicle. At that point, we apply the brakes. If the brakes fail, it leads to accident. So brakes are very important. Good grip is very important. You see here, to stop the vehicle, at 2 points the friction is very important. One point is between tires and road. So at this point, it's very important. And what is the other point? Between wheel, rim and brake pads. Brake pads. But of course, this technology is being changed now. Nowadays, we are finding hydraulic brakes. So which works differently? We are talking about a traditional braking system. Traditional braking system in the sense, every vehicle will have a rim, and to that rim there will be a center hub. Inside the hub, there you will find brake pads. So these brake pads, they will just get it tighten the hub so whether the wheel is stopped. So the brake pads, they apply pressure on the wheel to stop rolling. So in this way the brake works. I'll explain you. And you might have seen cycle. This is the cycle. This is the cycle hub. These are the spokes. These are the spokes. And this is the hub. So anyway, we don't have any parts in this hub if it is a cycle. This is the rim. This is called as a rim. And above the rim, you will be having the tire. The tire is not smooth. The tire has got so many irregularities called threading. Threading. What is the threading? The design on the tire is called as threading. It is important. I will tell you why it is important later. Here these are the spokes. This is the rim. Now, for a cycle braking system, here is the brake pads. Brake pads. This is the brake pad. This is the rim. You are pedaling the cycle. The wheel is rolling. The rim is rolling. But when you wanted to stop the vehicle, stop the cycle, I told that at 2 points friction is required. One is between the tire and the road. The other is between wheel rim and the brake pads. These are the brake pads. The brake is applied. These brake pads, they will go up like this. They will come in contact with the rim. Because of the friction, the brake pads are made up of rubberized material. So this rubberized material will have more friction. It will come in contact with the rim, so by that the rotation of the wheel is stopped. This is one point. What is the second point at which friction is needed? So here, between the tire and the road, when you stop it here the friction becomes more. Between the tire and the road, the bicycle is stopped. Say, if your brake pads are worn out, your brake pads are very soft without irregularities, even though you apply brakes, the rim will be moving and you cannot stop the bicycle. Your brake pads are good. You applied brake, but your tire threading, the design on the tire is worn out. If the tire becomes old, the threading becomes old. Then what happens? Then you will apply the brake, the wheel will stop rotating. But the bicycle cannot be stopped. It will skid on the road. See, sometimes if you are riding a bicycle with worn out tires, if you apply the brake suddenly, the cycle will skid. Even the car, any vehicle, if the tires have a completely worn out threading, if they apply the brakes, the wheels of the car can be stopped, but car cannot be stopped because of inertia. It's another kind of force. So the car will be dragged off, skidding. You might have experienced skidding. So that is the reason the friction is important at 2 points. One is to stop the wheel. The second thing is the wheel must have good contact with the road. If it happens, you can safely stop the vehicle. So that is the reason you see that the wheels of a monster truck, you know monster trucks, monster truck. Generally, we don't see these monster trucks in our country. In other countries, there will be a race with the monster trucks. It will be having very big wheels. The wheels will have very big design because they will be making some tricks with the car. So it needs a lot of friction. We see tractors. In our country, we see tractors which are used for farming. The tractor will be having a tire like this, big tires, back wheels. They will have heavy tires with heavy threading because the tractor will go to the mud into the field. The field is so wet and muddy. So there the tractor has to move. The tractor is used for plowing, seeding, other activities. So there it has to move in the loose soil. It has to move in the mud soil. Then it needs more friction. So the friction of this tractor tire is increased by keeping more threading. So if you want more grip to your tires, you select a tire which has got more threading, more design, more button. Sometimes it is called as buttoning, sometimes it is called threading. See that your tire has got more buttoning, more design. Then you will have good grip. Right? That is the reason you see the tires of sports bike. It will be having more threading even to the sides also because they will bend the bike. Even then they don't skid because of the design. So that is, in this way you can increase the friction. Friction is important in these cases. Sometimes you see in certain games, the players, they apply some powder to the hands for a good grip. Gymnastics. When they perform gymnastics, they will be holding many things in their hand and jumping. So if it slips there, their show gets spoiled, they may get hurt. So they need a very good grip with the poles they are holding. So they apply some coarse powder, gymnastics. Even in the play called kabaddi, when the kabaddi player is going, he has to catch the person. Then they have to hold the person who has come to touch them. So for a better grip, they will apply soil. So because of the soil, the hand becomes rough. So by that, when he holds the person, he can hold him tightly. Otherwise, as they are playing up, their hands may be sweating. Because of the sweat, the person may get slipped off. So that is to get more friction, they apply the soil to their hands. So these are the ways by which we can increase the friction. But let us see the decreasing friction. We cannot decrease the friction totally. You cannot neutralize the friction. If the friction is neutral, you cannot stop anything. Everything will be moving on. Because the friction, what? It makes the object stand still. Right? Otherwise, if friction is completely not there, then if you touch an object, it will be moving on. It doesn't stop. So, but there are certain ways by which you can decrease the friction. Here we have seen there are so many ways by which we can increase the friction. In the same way, we have some techniques, some kind of technology to decrease the friction. Let us see what it is.